Fellow gambling addicts, it is I, Toshi here. In this video, we'll be going over the Honkai Star Rail gacha. Is it fair? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it okay? Is it actually free-to-play friendly? In this video, I will be answering all of those questions. So to start off here, we have the very first banner. This is going to be the banner you actually hop into the game with, the newbie banner as I call it. We have all of these standard banner 5-star characters on this banner, and you can summon a random 5-star at 50 summons. It does take 8 summons to do a 10 pull, and you'll save pretty much 2 pulls every 10 you do. So effectively, you only need 40 pulls to do 50 pulls. Once you do hit the 50 pity, it will go away, so the banner will be gone, and you will get a 5-star random character. You can, however, get a 5-star before 50 pity. It's just very unlikely because the rates are pretty low. Now, speaking of the rates, what is the actual chance to get a 5-star in Honkai Star Rail without pity? So, when you hit the pity, you have a 50% chance of getting a 5-star character, and you also do have a 50% chance of getting a 5-star weapon. However, the base chance to get any 5-star item is a 0.6% chance, and this is evenly divided between 5-star characters and light cones. So 0.3% for 5-star and 0.3% for light cones. And in between that, you can, distinguish, okay, if I want Bronya out of the 5-star characters and the chance is 0.3%, well, you can only imagine the chances of getting Bronya is going to be like non-existent. If you take a look here at the rates for the 4-star characters and 4-star light cones, that is going to be a 5.1% chance, and the chances of obtaining 4-star characters is half of that, so 2.550% chance, and the base chance of obtaining a 4-star weapon is going to be 2.550, so the same as the 4-star character. And you do have a guarantee at 10 summons, so 10 pulls into the banner, you will be guaranteed a 4-star character or weapon. And on that 10 pity guarantee for the 4-star weapon, the chances of obtaining a 5-star character or light cone is still going to be a 0.6% chance. So no, not doing 10 pulls increases your chance of getting a 5-star. That's just a myth.
But Toshi, maybe it does increase my chance because 10 is more than 1. So if you do 10 summons, then you have more chances to get a 5-star.
Well, yeah, you're right, but you waste more summons. And contrary to the pity for 4-star characters and light cones, the actual pity for 5-star characters and 5-star light cones is going to be 90 hard pity. There is a soft pity at 75, which isn't inside of the actual description of Stellar Warp itself, but since the system is a 1-to-1 similarity to Genshin, we can honestly assume that there is soft pity, and there's been beta players that have confirmed this in the past also. So once you do reach 75 pity on the Stellar Warp banner, so all the banners, and the light cone banner is going to be less than that, but we'll get into that later in the video, you will have an increased chance hidden pity, or hidden rate up, right, to get the 5-star character or weapon if you are summoning on the standard banner, and then 5-star limited character on the limited banner, 5-star light cone on the, weapon banner. And lastly, as far as I know, if you do obtain a 5-star character, there is no guarantee that you will get a 5-star light cone on your next pity. And this is going to be on the standard banner. So you could effectively constantly pull 5-star characters and then not get a 5-star light cone as far as I know. I will say in Genshin, people have said that once you do get 2 5-star characters or 2 5-star light cones, or 2 5-star weapons rather, then you do have the next pity you get will be the opposite. So then in this case, it would be like a 5-star character after 2 pities of a 5-star weapon. I don't know if that's going to be the same in this game, but that was never really in the actual description for Genshin Impact anyway, so maybe it is. Okay, now we have the actual rate up banner, and this banner is going to feature limited characters. So characters that have a limited time to be summoned, and once that time frame does go away, you're not able to get the character indefinitely, so whenever their banner comes back around. And this will rotate each patch, and you'll have different limited characters on their rate up banners, and you're able to summon for that character in the time frame. In this instance, we have Seal for CBT3. So the rate up is just like Genshin Impact. There is a 50-50 pity. 50-50 meaning there is a 50% chance of obtaining the rate up character, limited character, in this case Seal. once you do hit 90 summons or 75, not everyone's going to hit 90 summons, right? That's nearly impossible. But once you do hit the actual pity for your 5-star, you have a 50% chance of obtaining, in this case, Seal. And going forward, it'd be any other limited character. However, once you do lose your 50-50, which you probably will some, then the next pity you do have is going to be the guarantee rate up character. So if I lose my 50-50 on Seal and lose it to Jeopard, I'm going to cry first of all. And then my next pity will be not Seal because I won't have enough summons, but I will be able to obtain the rate up character on that banner. So it could be Seal, it could be Kafka, it could be Jingwan, it could be any other 5-star that has the rate up. And this does transfer between banners. So if you choose not to use your actual guarantee on Seal, then you can use your guarantee 5-star pity on Kafka, you know, Jingwan, and any other 5-star going forward in the future. Lastly, I want to mention, before you actually do summon on the character, make sure you actually enjoy the character. There is the option to do a trial run, like you would be able to do in Genshin Impact, and you're able to use the character in a trial setting. Make sure you actually do enjoy the character before you summon. Just a heads up. That's all.
Nah, screw you, Toshi. I love Seal, man. She's my favorite character in Honkai Impact.
Lastly, we have the 5-star weapon or light cone banner. Just like Genshin Impact, you have a 75% chance of obtaining the rate up weapon light cone at pity. Pity is actually lower for the 5-star weapon banner. I'm gonna call it that. So once you do hit the pity for light cones, and it's going to be a 80 guarantee, so 80 pity, hard pity, you obtain a 5-star light cone. There is a 75% chance of obtaining the rate up light cone. In this case, is going to be Seal's 5-star best in slot weapon. Contrary to that, you have a 25% chance of obtaining one of these standard banner weapons. And there is like Bronya's weapon, there is Jeopard's weapon. You could obtain the light cones from the rate up banner if you do lose the 75% chance. If that's you, then feels bad. However, notice something different. So in this game, we do not have the fate point system like we had in Genshin Impact's weapon banner. So how it worked in Genshin was there's like 2 weapons on the banner, and then there is a 25% chance of actually missing both of those weapons. However, you had a 50% chance of obtaining one of the rate up weapons, okay? So let's say you missed the weapon, let's say you missed Staff of Homa 2 times in a row, and there's like Jade Cutter in the banner. So you got a Jade Cutter and you got another off banner weapon. Then on the 3rd summon, you would be able to get the actual rate up weapon with the fate point system that you were trying to obtain. So the Staff of Homa in this case, Honkai Star Rail's actual weapon banner is 10 times better because there isn't any of that. So once you lose your actual 75-25, it's not really necessarily 50-50, right? So once you lose your 75-25, you will get the guarantee rate up weapon on your next pity. Yes, you will get the guarantee rate up weapon on your next pity, which is, I think, amazing. So if you do miss the first time, then you will be guaranteed to get the actual rate up light cone on your next try. And whenever they do add dual banners, because there is dual banners in this game, right? Whenever they add dual banners, they will add dual light cone banners. So that means you won't have to summon a specific weapon on the actual dual light cone banner. So for instance, like Genshin Impact, right? You have the Staff of Homa and Jade Cutter, and there's 2 separate character banners. Well, this game, the actual characters have their own banners separated. So if, let's say, Kafka had her banner live right now, I could pull for Kafka's light cone and not have to worry about getting Seal's light cone in the process because the banners are separated. I think this is a very huge, step in the right direction from Hoyo, and I'm actually very happy that they decided to go this route because I think it's very, very, very generous. Generous? I think it's fair. That's a better way to put it. Next up, this is going to be the summon animation. So you slip a ticket. This is going to be the Star Rail pass. You slip a pass through the actual hole, and this is like a train, and here is Pom Pom. And if you see the blue, that means you got trash. This is going to be 3 stars. If you see purple, then that means you got, something better. And then if you see gold and Pom Pom flies away from the screen, then that means you got a 5-star. Woo! That never happens to me because my luck sucks. So yeah, my luck sucks pretty bad. See guys, I'm very relatable. I am a very relatable Honkai Star Rail streamer. Now, lastly, I want to talk about one thing. So we have the actual store for Honkai Star Rail. Just like Genshin Impact, you have the store. You can spin your star glitter. So every time you actually do summon on the banners, you get something in the form of Undying Starlight. This is going to be pretty much Starlight Glitter from Genshin Impact. Masterless Starlight Glitter, whatever you want to call it. And you can use this to exchange stuff in the shop. So you can get Star Rail passes and special Star Rail passes. This is going to be the limited summons, and then this is going to be the standard banner summons. And then you can also exchange for 4-star characters. So in this case, Asta and Arlen. And this is going to rotate it seems like every patch, right? So it's going to rotate every patch. And then we also have the standard banner characters, like cone weapons. So I thought this was very nice. Not only are we able to get a 5-star character at 50 summons, but we're also able to pick up their best in slot weapon from the shop without having to summon for it. So you save up enough eventually to be able to get it. Now, quick maths, Toshi, how long would it take to actually save up for one of these 5-star light cones? So every time you obtain a 4-star character or 5-star light cone, after the first time you get it, you obtain something in the sense of Undying Starlight. So you'll get this every time you get a 4-star light cone or 4-star character after the first time you obtain them. And you get 8 each time after the first time. And then once you max out the weapon or the light cone, once you do max out the weapon, you actually get 20 instead of 8. It's going to remain the same number for weapons, sadly. I wish it wasn't that way, but it is. So effectively, you would need 10 pulls on average to get one of these 5-star light cones from the shop. However, if you do get a 5-star actual character or light cone from the banners, you get more star glitter, more Undying Starlight in this case, so the number is going to be less. So for a conservative answer, let's just say you would need on average 10 pulls to actually obtain the 5-star light cone from the shop. 10 pulls. That is 700 pulls. You need 700 pulls to obtain the light cone from the shop. So in the standard banner, there is actually a 5-star guarantee selective summon. So after 300 warps on the actual standard banner, not the newbie banner, even though they are the same, you have a chance to get a 5-star character, your choice. So let's just say Toshi, as you all know, loves Bronya. After I do 300 summons on the standard warp, the regular warp, then I will be able to obtain Bronya finally. Because let's be honest, my chances of obtaining her in the actual regular banner is, nearly non-existent. Now, is 300 feasible for free to play? The answer is no. Do not expect to get this, I would say, a year and a half into playing the game. I'm not even joking. You need 300 summons to actually obtain. You want me to put this into maths for you? Okay, I played Genshin Impact. I don't even think I've had 300 summons on the actual standard banner. And I've been playing for a year and a half now. Yeah. I don't even think veteran free-to-play players have hit 300 summons. They could have, maybe. I'm not sure. But if you spend all of your Stellar Jades on the banner, then sure, you probably will hit it, in a year time frame, probably less than a year. But if you're just using your standard banner pools that you get from playing the game, then you won't hit this. I wouldn't expect to hit this probably within 2 years even. I wish they would lower the number. I think 200 would be good. 200 or 250 would be better than 300, of course, right? Because the less, the better. But 300, man, yeah, just don't expect to get this. Whew, I'm exhausted, but that pretty much wraps up the Honkai Star Rail gacha. Now, to answer the question that you all might have, still an answer at the end of this video. Is the gacha fair, generous, good, or trash? In my opinion, I think the banners are better, only slightly better. I think the best thing to come from the Honkai Star Rail gacha is the actual light cone banner. Being able to obtain the light cone without having to lose, the 75-25 2 times in a row, I think is great. That saves you on so many summons. And, you pretty much want to have the 5-star best in slot for your character, especially if that's your favorite character. If you are a Seal main, I'm sure you would want to get Seal's light cone. and you're able to obtain it without having to break your back over it. I think that's amazing. I also do think, even though it is, really hard to obtain the 5-star light cone in the shop for your standard banner character, so in this case Bronya, needing 70 10 pulls to get it on average is kind of rough, but I think it is a step in the right direction. And maybe these numbers will be lower because things are subject to change as we are in the actual CBT3 still. However, that might just be copium because, let's be honest, it's Hoyer we're talking about, so I doubt they would even change it. So overall, I would rate the actual gacha itself 7 out of 10. I think it's good. It's better than Genshin, but it's not the best I've ever seen. Anyways, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all got something out of this. If you have any questions, of course, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Peace. I'm just letting you all know that I do stream on Twitch. The link will be in the description, and I stream pretty much every day. Peace.